We're investigating the case of Karina Vetrano, a Queens woman who was raped and murdered while on an afternoon jog near her family's home in Howard Beach this past August. Now in December, the NYPD released a partial profile of her killer.
One person leads to another person, leads to another person. I'm doing my own PI work. I answer to a higher authority, so I have no limitations.
Who is your higher authority?
Up there. That's the higher authority, and he's giving me carte blanche.
Do what it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Now, we wanted to dig deeper, so retired homicide detective Gary Britton and I consulted John Kelly, a nationally known criminal profiler.
So who did the profile?
John Kelly, he worked on the Green River Killer case.
Okay.
She was definitely his target. And my focus is on the type of murderer that he is.
Okay.
And he's done a lot of other cases. He worked on the Go-Go Beach case. He worked on the Atlantic City Eastbound Strangler case. John Kelly made sure to say it's not just a suspect, it's a predator. That's what he wanted to use.
Okay.
This is a predator.
This predator brutally attacked her, killed her, and hid her body, and was not seen.
He's a male between 22 and 32. Some sophistication and organizational skills.
You looking at familiarity with the area? I'm looking at one of two things. I'm looking at one, yeah, the guy was a park dweller and he lived inside the park. You know, he's homeless. The other thing I'm looking at that makes more sense to me is that he also is in that park at a certain time for jogging or getting in shape. He may even be in there to do drugs.
He probably saw her before when she was running with you. He may have fantasized about her and have been obsessed with her because she was so beautiful.
I think the reason this opportunity appeared to him is that he has seen her before.
His priors could include sexual, lewd, or physical abuse of a woman, maybe even voyeurism, indecent exposure, or stealing underwear.
He is getting a lot of gratification and probably a lot of sexual gratification, having that complete kind of dominance over his victim.
It's all one and the same?
It's all one and the same, and it becomes a ritual. It's not going to be a matter of if he's going to rape and kill again. It's going to be a matter of when he's going to rape and kill again. Every day that goes by, the clock is ticking.
Well, this is pretty much right on the money.
It is.
The only thing that's not in there, this is not his first time raping, but they feel like it's his first time killing.
You want to walk the route she ran?
I think I do if he does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the way she went.
I mean, the first thing the cops asked me was, how'd you know where she was? I said, because she told me.
Did you ever feel like they thought you were involved?
Of course. Of course. I mean, I report her missing. I find the body. You know, standard police procedure, of course. I told them if they needed my arm, I would give them my arm to test. I didn't care. I was eliminated immediately. I mean, I gave my DNA. They had a profile on this guy right away. It just didn't match.
Phil Vetrano has been talking about a different profile, the telltale DNA left behind by his daughter's killer. Now, so far, tests against all databases have come up negative, but Phil wants a new process to be approved that could break the logjam and locate his daughter's murderer.
I'm waiting for this phenotype, this DNA, familiar DNA, which is called FS, to come about.
Familial searching can determine if relatives of the killer are in the DNA database, allowing police to focus on working a family tree to find the killer. In New York State, however, familial DNA testing needs to have a special approval by the State Commission of Forensic Science. That meeting will happen February 10th in New York City, and Phil Vetrano is marshaling all the support he can find to get the okay.
I believe in retribution. You know your catechism? Look it up.
I'm not Catholic.
Matthew 5:38.
Okay.
An eye for an eye.
Okay.
Retribution, it's called. Forgiveness is not up to me.
It's up to the man upstairs.
After we have our way with him, yeah.
Tomorrow, we conclude our search of the weeds in Howard Beach, and we ask, did Karina's killer come from inside the park or from her own neighborhood?